Hi everyone. So today I will be talking about reading comprehension. This is the first video in the series. So we'll be basically talking about the introduction of reading comprehension and the main idea. So let us go. The first part of this is what actually is included in reading comprehension. So people believe it is just about long and short passages, which is not so. It has parajumbles also. So long and short passages are basically the passages which have a text followed by relevant questions, and parajumbles is just text which has to be arranged in a contextual manner. So this is the difference between long and short passages and parajumbles. So let's dive straight in and talk about the flow of our video series. So this is the flow as I've already shown in my overview video, which will be having identifying the main idea, the general specific divide, which we'll be covering today, the types of methodologies that are possible, the pros and cons of each methodology, what are the power of conjunctions and pronouns in RCs, and the hacks and tricks which are available, and how do you apply it. So we'll be doing examples after every concept. So let us start. So today we'll be talking about how do you identify the main idea. So for any RC, for any passage, there is always a central idea or purpose with which the passage has been written. So you need to identify the sector or the topic on which this particular RC is based. So every text will have a main idea. It will have little value-adding details, trivial facts, illustrations, elaboration, and reiteration of what actually is the purpose of the idea. And then you'll have, for every topic statement, you'll have a passage. So every main idea will be given in a separate passage. So vice versa, I can also say that every passage will have some main idea, which will have certain statements, which will be linked to the main idea of the whole passage. And so what we will really want to do is eliminate all the froth. We would want to eliminate all the illustration, the details, and the elaboration which is there. And that is how you will be able to get to the main idea. So the elaboration part generally consists of two things. So why am I telling you this? So if you're able to identify any opinion, any argument, any perspective that I believe, or in the expert opinion, or that is what was his personal opinion, so that falls under elaboration. In addition, any facts, any reiteration, any proofs, any examples, all of this falls under elaboration. So whenever you read a passage, if you come across any opinion or any example or any detail or any facts or any statistics, all this will fall under elaboration. So you'll be able to eliminate it to not be a part of the main idea. So any particular passage is generally divided into two parts, but because it's a passage, it has prose which has a particular flow. You will not be able to make two separate divisions. So generally a passage flows from a general to a specific idea, or rather there will be one line which will be a general line, and then the next line will be a specific line related to that topic. For example, there can be a line talking about the king. So king is general while Akbar is specific. Country is general but the USA is specific. Soaps are general but Lux is specific. And these are different examples of how general and specific are two things. So if I'm talking about furniture or furniture industry in general, it's a general topic. But when I talk about a particular table or tables, then it's a specific thing. Okay. So if I can give you an example, if the passage says IIMs are a place to discover your managerial skills and enhance them. So this is a general topic or the general idea. And the next lines which follow are the specific ideas, which has IIMB offers courses designed on a global level. There are various case competitions for students. Professors will carry out live projects. So these are specifics which reiterate or explain or elaborate the general idea. So we can divide it into two parts, the main idea of the passage and the central idea of the passage. I know this might sound similar, but they are very, very different. So the main idea is something which is general idea, like a king, talking about furniture industry, talking about soaps, talking about educational institutions, whereas the central idea is specific. Under king, the passage talks about Akbar. Under furniture, the passage talks about tables. Under education institutions, the passage talks about IITs. So the main idea is something which can be understood very early. So when you start reading the passage, in the first 3-4 lines, you will be able to understand what is the main idea. And central idea generally has details, illustrations, examples, arguments, pretty much the elaboration part which I told you. So the main idea is the point of focus. It is the purpose for which the author has written this whole passage. And it has to be understood early and properly. Compared to that, once you understand the main idea, you can quickly skim through the central idea because it will just reiterate the main idea or explain it further. So the flow of a passage usually is from general to specific and then back to general. So you will see that passages will start, say, about talking about education in India. Then it will talk about how IITs and IIMs are implementing the education in India. And then it will go back to saying how education should be, how education industry and education sector should be. So the flow is always general to specific to back to general. So how do we identify what is specific? So a specific is an elaboration, or it is an instance, or it is an illustration which will just help you understand the general idea better. So in case you start reading a passage and you do not get a hang of it as to what is this passage trying to communicate or what is the main idea, then you need to read the specifics a little slowly and you need to understand what is the main idea. So the specific idea will help you understand the main idea. Also, this is, a quick check. If you have understood a general idea that, okay, the general idea of this passage is education, and the specific example given is about, say, the Indian Administrative Services, and these two do not match. So the specific idea is not elaborating further on the general idea. So you need to go back and check whether you have identified the general idea incorrectly or whether you have identified the specific idea incorrectly. So because the specific idea is direct, it is given straight away in your in your particular kind. It is because the specific idea is given right away, so it is little difficult to get the specific idea wrong. So you just need to check on your general idea. So now, how do you identify the main idea? So the first and foremost hack is the main idea is introduced very quickly. So in the first 2-3 lines of any passage, you will get the main idea. Every paragraph will have its own general idea or main idea. And generally, new ideas are introduced in the first or the third paragraphs. And that is the general space for the new ideas. So some people say that maybe what if the main idea is at the ending of the passage? But 90 to 95% of times, the main idea is in the beginning paragraph and the beginning lines. So rarely will you find that the main idea is at the end of the paragraph or the passage. So if there is an example which talks about the economy structures in the world and the last para talks about the Indian economy. So if you tell me that the main idea of the whole passage is Indian economy, then it is incorrect, because Indian economy is a conclusion, as you can see. It is not a main idea. The main idea is economy structures in the world. Just to reiterate it, people have been talking about the Indian economy. So what do I need to really take care of? You have to be aware of these kind of mistakes that people make. So generally the passages have certain words which are repeated. So maybe if the topic is globalization, so the whole passage, every paragraph will have globalization as the same word repeated at least 3 to 4 times. This helps to eliminate the froth. Then there are something called the synonymous words. So instead of talking about educational institutions, I might talk about, say, the education industry or the colleges or universities or schools. But these are all educational institutions. And also certain sentences might be rephrased, or so if they talk about how the Indian economy is growing as one line, and in the next passage it talks about the growth rate. So you need, for example, for this passage, the whole video, I can talk about the main idea, the author's intent, the main issue, theme of the passage, and so on. But everything is going to be the same synonymous concept. So if you have understood this part, we'll now move on to the second video, which will have examples of how do you identify the main idea, how do you identify the central idea, and how do you eliminate the specifics to make sure that you get to the point and the purpose of the passage. So I'll see you in video 2. See you.